I don't trust this thing.
I know. Are we live?
Yeah.
Probably. Hi guys, it's Helena Hart and Anya Grace, and we're kind of laughing because YouTube has this new thing where we're not quite sure if we're live. So say hi to us. Tell us where you're watching from. I'm pretty sure we're live, and we're very excited for this topic. We're going to be talking about 5 feminine qualities that inspire a man to move the relationship forward and commit to you. Anya, do you want to say hi to everyone before we start?
Hi, so excited to be here.
Yeah, we actually polled my audience this morning. Oh, hi, Naomi.
Hello.
Thank you. I guess we are live. We polled my audience this morning, and this was by far what you guys wanted to hear about. But what we're actually going to be talking about in this video are 5 things a man needs to feel in order to want to do this, move the relationship forward and commit to you. Number 4 is all about moving the relationship forward. Number 5 is about really getting that committed relationship you want. But the first 3 are really important because they set the foundation. And this is new stuff that I haven't talked very much about on my channel. So we're very excited. Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, we're so excited to have all you here. This wasn't really planned, so we don't know who's even going to be available at this time, but we're really happy and excited to connect with you. So we don't have a lot of time. Anya's actually starting her new training in 1 hour. So if you guys are interested in that, the link's in the description. It's the first link in the description right below this video. Do you want to say anything about your training real quick before we get started?
Yeah, it's called the Magnetic Feminine Woman. So the 5 qualities of magnetic feminine energy that we're talking about today, we just go really, really deep into them during the training, so that I like to say it's just like you don't even have to think about it anymore. It's just awakened and alive in your body. And that's what's really fun about these trainings.
Love it. Becomes second nature. It's just like the most natural thing in the world. Something I always talk to. It's just a way of being. It's not about doing something or applying some strategy to make a guy commit, right? It's about being naturally uncovering these parts of yourself so things just organically start moving in the direction you want. So let's jump in, Anya. What is that first feminine quality that inspires a man to move the relationship forward?
Yes. So the first quality is feminine warmth. And when we think of feminine warmth, many people might think of like kindness and caring and loving energy. And that's all part of it, but that's not what we want to focus on. What we're talking about and sharing in terms of feminine warmth is actually, it has everything to do with the energy that you hold as a woman that he can't access on his own. So it's actually that through you and in your presence, you have this natural and inherent warmth that he can't get anywhere else. It's literally like from nobody else and nowhere else in his life does he feel that relaxed and calm and comforted, but not in a way that you're having to do anything. It's just that you have within you activated this natural and inherent feminine warmth that is so, like, it's priceless to him.
It's so true. Yeah, it's not about doing something to show him your warmth. It's not about buying him a bunch of gifts and cooking him dinner. Those are all leaning forward, kind of masculine energy things. I'm going to do this to show a guy my warmth. You're just radiating this out. It's just who you are. I am a warm, open, feminine energy woman. I'm radiating this out. And of course, that doesn't mean that you have to pretend that everything's okay if you're really upset. We're going to talk about this a little later in the video. It has to be authentic. So if you're feeling love in your heart for this man, if you're feeling warm and open, you don't want to play it cool and cover that up. Like, really radiate that out. And Anya's going to go into very specifically how to do that step by step in the training. But if you guys have questions about warmth, let us know in the chat. Thank you so much. True to Natural says, I love these videos. They've helped me so much. Yay. Thank you, everyone. You guys are so sweet. We're like, we really missed you guys. We haven't done this in like a week. So we were super excited for this. Do you want to move on to number 2, or do you have anything else to say?
One more thing that transitions into number 2. So warmth, think about women and the feminine energy is all about the life it's just liveliness. So think about anything that's alive is warm. There's like a body temperature that we hold. So as women, naturally, we have this warmth and this softness that a little baby is really warm. A kitten or a puppy, like there's this warmth and this life, and so that's very much connected to feminine warmth. And then the second one is feminine vulnerability, which is perfect segue. And feminine vulnerability, I actually want to toss it to you because you have so much good stuff to say about this.
Yeah, something I've been talking about a lot lately in some of my videos. I always say that a man might admire you for your strengths and your accomplishments and how smart and successful you are. Those are all great things, and you don't want to like dim your light or cover those things up. But a man actually falls in love with you for your vulnerabilities. It's like those million little things you don't know you're doing that make you unique as a person. When you're able to open up and be vulnerable with a man, of course, there's a right and a wrong way to do this, and the timing of this is very important. But, you know, if you're able to open up and be a little vulnerable, on a deep subconscious level, a man starts to feel like, wow, she really feels safe with herself, and she loves and accepts all the parts of herself, even the parts that don't always feel so good, that you want to like hide from others. It's those things that inspire a man to move things forward and really fall in love. Because on a subconscious level, he thinks, wow, she accepts herself. She feels safe with herself. That's how I know that she's going to accept me and all of my insecurities and vulnerabilities. And it makes him feel safe to move things forward when he sees that you feel safe with yourself. So that's kind of like the abbreviated version.
Yeah, I love that. And this goes into the third one, which is feminine sexuality. So your sexual energy. So with both vulnerability and sexuality, men, part of the way they experience their power is when the masculine energy is all about direction and force and movement forward. So if you are expressing yourself as this perfect, polished person in a dating experience, he can't actually feel that you're like this wall sort of, and there's no space or energy for him to actually penetrate you. And so men want to feel that you will receive him if he decides and desires to create that energy moving forward toward you. So your vulnerability is essentially this energy of openness and receptivity to allow him to make an impact in your life. And that's what makes him feel like, wow, around her, I feel important. Around her, I feel like she sees me for my true power. We all, as human beings, not just as women, want to be seen and valued. So when you're vulnerable, you're receptive to his power. And then around you, he really gets to be in his true, authentic masculine energy. And number 3 is feminine sexuality. And so this one, I love this so much because when there's different levels of feminine sexuality, as women, we're inherently sexual. And I could say so much about this, but we'll save it for another time. But when you actually drop into your deep feminine sexuality, you literally open up into this infinite energy. So when a man is in your presence or connected to your heart, you're in your deep conversation, or you're having sex with him, he is literally, if you're truly tapped into this, having a deep experience through you. So another aspect of the masculine power is its simplicity. And an aspect of the feminine power is the opposite of simplicity. It's the complexity. So through your body and presence, he is actually opened up into something that is foreign to him, which is the complexity and the infinite nature of you. So your feminine sexuality invites him into this depth of life where underneath him, when he is loving you, when he's giving to you, he's having this experience of really being turned on by this energy that you hold. And this inspires his desire to give to you. So that's the third aspect that he needs to feel in order to want to move the relationship forward and commit to you, is that he wants to feel like he wants to give to you, that for whatever reason within your presence, he is just completely in awe. And I have a little bit more to say on that, but I want to toss it to you.
This is you. Anya is a complete expert at this, and if you guys want to join her training, I'm sure you're going to go really in depth on this. You might even have a whole day just devoted to this feminine sexuality. It's really important, and as you're talking, the feeling I'm getting is it's not about doing something, applying some skill to make a guy feel more sexually attracted to you. It's about being, right? It's about being very feminine energy quality. And then you're organically led to, oh, Naomi wants more videos on feminine sexuality. Awesome. Yeah, we would love to talk some more about that. We were actually planning on doing one of those soon. When you're coming from this place where this is who you are organically going to be led to the next perfect thing to do or say in that moment. And right?
And that's perfect with feminine sexuality, because it's actually, that is an aspect of it, is that from moment to moment, you're being called toward whatever impulses are coming forward. So whatever feels good to you. Maybe it feels good for you to like fully let go in a moment, or just draw yourself closer. Like you're led to do the next thing that feels good, and it has nothing to do with him. It has everything to do with you. And when you're dropped into that presence, and so this is what we'll go into in the training. I won't go too much more into it now.
I know we have so much to say on that. We'll do another video maybe sometime soon on this.
But lastly, the feminine sexuality, it activates his masculine desire to give. And that's that, again, that masculine energy of energy moving forward and outward, and to really make you happy and to meet your needs and to please you and pleasure you. Men want to do that. And we need to be women. You know, you step into your power when you become a woman that knows that you deserve that and you're worth that. So that's that high level valuable energy. Last thing on this is, you know, it also, feminine sexuality also activates his desire to bear witness, to be in awe of this powerful feminine presence in his life. And one of my favorite teachers says that, you know, women are built beautiful for a reason, that we're meant to be seen. And so the more that you allow yourself to be in that pleasurable, feeling good state all the time, that's what's really going to make him want to take things forward.
Yeah, and just for the sake of time, because her training starts in about 40 minutes, so everyone click the link below if you're ready to join. We'll talk a little bit more about that in the end. I'm excited too. I'm going to be listening from the other room. I love her trainings, are phenomenal. If any of you guys have taken one of her trainings, you know how deep and powerful and life-changing they are. I mean, she literally shifts things on a cellular level for you, because it's not about having the knowledge, it's about getting these feelings down into every cell of your body, right? So let's move on to number 4, very important one too.
Yeah, so number 4 is feminine play. And I love this one. And it kind of has to do with, they all flow together, that feminine sexuality is about feeling good and feminine play is about feeling good. Because when you're activated in your feminine playfulness, this activates his desire to want to lead, to be in that masculine energy of leadership, and to move the relationship forward. So to have a plan for where the two of you are headed. What do you want to say on this? Because I'll jump in after you.
I was just getting lost in the comments. Someone said, so grateful to have come across your channels a few weeks ago. Your energy is absolutely beautiful and radiant. Oh my gosh, thank you. I love the 5-day training, Anya. I finished my first day yesterday. Highly recommended. Amazing. Yeah. For everyone watching the replay of this, her training starts in about 40 minutes. If you're watching the replay, you get access. You can join live, and of course, she'll answer all your questions in the live Q&A. But if you're watching this, you know, a month from now or something, you'll get access to all the recordings, right?
Yeah,
right.
Okay. You get them for life. Yeah. It's a permanent access. And actually, when you sign up, within the next 12 hours, you'll get the first video completely available right now. Do you want to take care of that?
It's fine. Yeah. I have Venus. I have lots of videos actually on how to know if a man is the right one for you. You can search that, or maybe I can add them to the description after this is over. And if we have time before your training, feminine play is super important. It's almost, when you can really get into this, you're almost allowing a man to connect to parts of himself that he might not have felt awakened within him since he was a child. Because for so many men, they're kind of brought up and conditioned to think that it's not masculine to be in this playful energy, right? Or it's not, it's not safe to do that. They're going to be judged. They don't do that with their friends and family members often. So if you can be that one person in his life that activates this feeling of like, it's okay to like let go a little bit and not have to be so purpose driven and like the man all the time, right? It's okay to let go and have fun. You're going to be irreplaceable. Like, of course, he's never going to want to lose you if you're that one person in his life that activates these feelings in him, especially this one. Huge, right?
Oh my gosh, this one is so fun. So feminine play is the energy of the spontaneous nature of the feminine. It's totally unpredictable and silly, and it's like when you're on a date and you just do something random that he's not expecting, that's out of, it's just out of nowhere, and it just keeps him on his toes, really is what it does. And it makes him feel that he has a role in your life to essentially guide you and lead you. Because if you're so softened around him, then he needs to step in and sort of be that guidance of looking out in the world, like what's happening? Where are we crossing the street right now? Like, how can I step in so she can remain in her soft, surrendered nature in this moment? And this activates his masculine energy to really take responsibility of moving things to the next level. And he knows that that's his power ultimately to do that in the relationship. So when he feels this on a daily basis, that's what you're setting up for the entire relationship. I always say that whatever the dynamic is at the very beginning, that's what's going to last throughout the whole relationship. So if you're feeling like you need to control things and lead things in the beginning of dating somebody, that's never going to go away. And my question to you is, does it actually feel good? Because of course you can be in the lead, but you're in that in other areas of your life. So in your romantic relationship, can you soften so much that he is called into that masculine leadership and you are pulled into your feminine surrender?
I love that. Yeah. These comments are great. You guys, Julia says, I'm back to the dating world. Finding my feminine energy has helped weed out the men that cause not so good feelings. So true. So true. Hi ladies. I've been seeing this guy for 5 months. I really like him. Feel there's potential for growth and expansion. This is so spot on for me. Thank you for your inspiring work. You're welcome. And I'm reading every single one of these questions, and I know we're talking quickly because our training starts really soon. So if you guys are interested in going really in depth in how to do this, click the link, check out Anya's training. It starts in about 30 minutes. And if you're watching the replay, you'll get access to all the recordings for life, right? If you join. Yeah,
exactly. So even if you watch this months from now, you still can get.
And she's going to answer all your questions if you join, right? You're answering questions in the training. Awesome. Yeah, so important. Yeah, that's such a feminine quality. Like you going deep in yourself, that's where your power is. And that's what activates this feeling in a man, like it's safe to take over. Sometimes I get this feeling that,
I see you. I love her.
We love you guys so much. Oh my gosh, we always have so much fun doing this.
I know. It's like a team. We're all a team.
Sometimes, men can always kind of worry that we're always trying to take them somewhere or move things forward on our own. We can tend to get kind of worked up about looking in the distance for a relationship. And it's very natural and we all do it. Where men are kind of more about the moment. They just want to feel good. They want to feel your energy in the moment. So if you can kind of reverse this dynamic, right? Play in the moment, embody all of these qualities, he will feel safe to take over and move things forward towards commitment. Because sometimes even if we're not overtly trying to move things forward or get him to commit, sometimes it's just somewhere in our energy, somewhere in our eyes or the tone of our voice. So leaning back into some of these feminine qualities and expressing them this way, he's going to naturally, like you said, take over that masculine role. And it could be in these little ways on the date, crossing the street, picking the restaurant, and of course, all the way throughout the course of your entire relationship. That's kind of what I had to say on that. What else do you have?
Let's go into the last one. So the last one is feminine grace, which activates his desire to commit to you. So feminine grace is really your elevated energy. It's that energy of the high quality woman who is not going to settle. So if this man that, if there's a guy that you're dating right now that is not necessarily at the level of what you're wanting and providing you the experiences and the feelings that you need to feel powerful, then it's easy for the high value feminine grace woman to just let him go. So it really ultimately activates his highest masculine potential to be like, well, she's only going to settle for a guy who's fully in his power. So if I don't step up into that, then I don't have a chance here. So this is this great, wonderful gift that you have as a woman to inspire a man's masculine potential. And I like to say that, when we are limiting our own power, when we are lowering our own standards, we're literally projecting onto men this mistrust and this low standards on them too. We're basically saying to them, I don't believe that you can be that powerful, so I need to lower my standards. No man wants to feel that around you, that, they want to feel inspired to be their best person around you.
Oh my gosh. I have obviously so much to say on this one. We'll try to wrap this up in 5 minutes. But it's this feeling of, wow, I potentially might need to step into bigger shoes to be with this woman. Every man dreams of feeling inspired to that level. I actually had a man apologize for not treating me how I should be treated because I'm clearly a woman of high quality. It made me feel so good to be acknowledged in that manner. Awesome, Melissa. That's exactly how it works. It's exactly how it works. So it's your empowered feminine energy that holds that space and doesn't settle and try and close that gap because you just really like this one guy or your feelings or the chemistry takes over. So you collapse your boundaries. A guy, he might like it in the sense that you're making it really easy to, easy for him, but his attraction for you, the connection, his desire, this thing in him that gets activated, like, I need to lock this girl down or she's going to get away, it just totally diminishes. If he gets the sense that you've chosen him prematurely, you're kind of done, you've closed off all your other options, and he can kind of treat you however he wants or come and go as he pleases, and you're just going to be right there. Nothing kills a man's attraction and respect for you faster than that. I've certainly found, and we've all been there, of course, right?
Yeah.
You found that too?
Yeah, and the last thing I think we should touch on is ultimately, like, the essence of what we're talking about, like steps 1 through 4 are really about you feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
You being a source of pleasure for you and feeling good in your body, in your life. You're full of play, you're full of possibility, you're full of energy, you're full of good energy. And we were talking about this right before that. Men are oriented outward in the world. That's how they often are experiencing their power, is in their purpose and their work life. And it's exhausting and draining for them ultimately a lot of the time. So this last step of feminine grace is essentially that embodying the energy of, like, my whole surroundings, my energy around me, this aura, this aura around me is full of love and good feelings. And when he comes home to that source of energy, that is ultimately the woman that he wants to commit to long term, is the woman where he comes home and it's not a drain to be around her. It's actually this resourcing experience. So when you get fully activated in this magnetic femininity, you become full of this beautiful energy that he literally cannot live without. And that's what makes him want to commit to you, because he can't get it anywhere else. He can't get it on his own, no matter what he does. It's only through you and the access points that you have, your heart, your body, your soul, that he is able to merge and to spend time with someone who's actually going to fill him up, and it's worth his time and energy. And you have something about a gene that I think is really powerful.
A gene?
The gene.
Oh, the efficiency gene.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My allergies are so bad today. I'm like trying not to cough and but I think it would be okay for the next few minutes. I was just reading these comments. Someone said, ever since tapping into my feminine magnetic power, men have literally been flying or driving from across the country just to take me out on a date. So powerful.
I love that.
Like, it's true. Yeah. That is very true. That will happen. Absolutely. And Eleanor has a great question. If you've, we've been talking about, it's easy when you start off on the right foot, but yes, Eleanor and everyone else who's asking this, it can be turned around. You can absolutely turn things around. If you feel yourself, out of these qualities, and we've all been there. Yeah, you can, because what Anya said, men just want to feel good in the moment. So men can recover quickly. They can turn around on a dime, and relationships can recover quickly as soon as you snap back into these, right?
Yeah.
We've just seen it happen over and over again. So yeah, someone else was asking about
we don't
tips.
have time really.
Okay, yeah. Tips on staying in your feminine energy. I was just going to say, check out Anya's training.
Yeah.
The link's in the description. The efficiency gene, right? When it comes to committing to a woman forever, men have this, that's a lot. It's going to be a big investment of their time and energy and resources, right? And so understandably so, that's a huge decision for men to commit themselves to one woman potentially for the rest of their life. So they want to know that it's going to be a good investment of their time and energy. And again, it's not something they really think their way through. It's a gut instinctual feeling. So if you can activate these 5 qualities and inspire these feelings within him, it's going to be a no-brainer, right? It's going to be a no-brainer. So it'll just be the most obvious choice in the world, because men operate on this gut level, this instinctive. They don't think their way through things the way we do. Often they don't analyze the relationship. We can talk ourselves into and out of even being attracted to a guy. Where men it's just this gut feeling. We're like, yes, this is my woman, or not. So yeah, feminine magnetism works. It feels so good. Thank you, Amelia. So yeah, we are actually out of time. Let's talk about your training. Links in the description. It starts in 30 minutes for everyone watching.
Yeah, it's going to be so deep, because really my goal is to take all these principles and all these concepts and have you have a physical, emotional, energetic experience, a spiritual experience of them, because I don't want to send you out into the world having to think about it, because then you're in your masculine energy. I want to send you out in the world from this training and have you feel it and have it be such an inherent understanding that you don't have to try. Because it's really, that's when it begins to work at this deep level, is when you are so connected to that energy that it's like, it's not even something that you're comprehending or thinking about anymore. It's just easy. It's so easy. So we want to make this easy. That's really the goal, is that's really when you step into your full power. None of this is hard. It's just natural. And that's what feminine energy is. It's nature. It's natural. It's the core of, it's your core essence. It's who you're meant to be. It's why you're here. So what should I say about the training, really? The structure is, we do every training that I do, it's the same structure. We do a little, we do the training aspect, and then we'll do a little bit of exercises just to drop into your feminine energy physically in that moment. And then we do a deep visualization that helps you to understand and comprehend this at that spiritual, energetic, and cellular level. And then we do Q&A. So you get a little bit of one-on-one coaching with me as well.
I love it. Yeah, Elise, I love it. Yeah, learning not to impulsively reach for validation outside of myself. This is what we're talking about, right? I love it. I've seen all your comments. You guys love it. Sorry, we're a little short on time today. We have to keep it under 30 minutes. So this is actually perfect. We love you too.
Love you too.
We'll do some more of these, maybe this week, maybe a little bit in the future. But yeah, check the links in the description. If you're watching the replay of this, you get access to all the recordings. Get your questions answered by Anya personally. Oh my gosh, the value of that is amazing. And then the visualizations and activations she does are unlike anything I have ever experienced, literally. And I know everyone who joins your training says the same things. Naomi says, please, more live streams. Okay, maybe we'll do another one tomorrow. We'll figure it out. We're like, our schedules are a little crazy right now. But we love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. We got to run, but yeah, check out Anya's training. It's going to be incredible. I'm so excited. I always learn a lot and make shifts within myself every single time I do one of her trainings. So you're very welcome. We love you guys. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll hopefully talk with you soon.
Bye-bye.